Boku no Hero Academia Episode 2 review is commencing right now. But before I do that, I want to plug in real quick that we just got done with the Just Saying podcast, everything Marvel. So if you want to check that out, just go to the description box down below, follow the link, and you could check out that podcast. It is awesome. Just saying. But honestly, Academia, or Boku no Academia is actually something I really look forward to a lot, like every weekend. I mean, this is actually a very, very fun series, and a lot of people, it's blowing up. It's popular. A lot of people like it. I did read one chapter of the manga. I think I'll stick with the anime series for now until I go back and read the actual manga. But this episode, the first impression I got from the first episode was like it's good. It started off very, very solid, and this episode just keeps it going. It keeps the momentum going. That's what it has going for it. Definitely has a lot of things going for it, but it has momentum going for it. And I think the animation is very beautiful in this episode. Once again, what we had in this episode was we had Deku. It was basically Deku. I know I'm saying that wrong, but I'll get a hang of it. Deku, Deck, and a Ku. Wrong deck of the thing. Whatever. Deku was basically, this is his story, man. This is where it starts. I mean, Kai-chan gets kidnapped by this ooze that, All Might had, that bad guy who was like kind of an ooze, but then All Might dropped him. Kai-chan happened to be there, gets taken by this ooze, gets like kind of like morphed into it. Not really morphed, but the ooze uses Kai-chan's power, which is flames, to like just cause havoc amongst the city. And of course, All Might's like back into his kind of like his pathetic form, so he can't just go out there, and we get the explanation why he can't just go out there and be a hero, because he had this one epic battle that kind of took away kind of some of his organs and stuff, so he's weak now. That's why he can only be All Might the hero for only about 3 hours. So was it 3 minutes, 3 hours, something like that. Not a long period of time, I must say. I think it was 3 hours. No, it was 3 minutes. I can't remember. Anyway, but that's basically the gist of it. He can't be All Might the Powerful for very long. So I'm saying 3 minutes here. This whole series is definitely an underdog story. Let's face the facts, guys. This reminds me of Naruto a lot, especially with Deku, who basically wants to become a hero. He wants to become a hero. He's the underdog. People are telling him he cannot become a hero because he has no quirks. And like Naruto, they're saying you can't be Hokage because you're fucking Naruto and nobody likes you. So not necessarily nobody. I mean, a lot of people like Deku, I would believe. It's just that Kai-chan, they seem like, I guess they're friends somehow. But we'll see along the story, because I think Kai-chan really appreciated Deku saving him, because Deku just like, that's what happens. At the end of this episode, we see all the superheroes, you have one superhero who's taking out the fire. You have the big ass girl who's like kind of saving some people. You have the wood superhero saving some people. And then you have, of course, Kai-chan being just used as a puppet, and All Might could do is watch, because he's still in pathetic form. I call it pathetic form. And which I really like his pathetic form. I'm just saying, like he has the all powerful All Might form, then he has the kind of like skinny pathetic kind of form where he can't do much. He's spitting out blood, but I like that form a lot. It's kind of actually really cool when he transforms all the time. So I really like that. I dig that design. I really dig it. So we have this is where Deku really becomes a hero, where he sees Kai-chan in trouble. He sees Kai-chan's eyes, and he just rushes to try to save him. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's like thinking about his manual, all these things that he's learned from these superheroes, which is actually great, because a superhero is not only brawny, powerful, but he's also smart. And if Deku could be smart and yet powerful, it will become the greatest superhero of all time. What I got in this episode too was the feeling of a little bit Incredibles. Like the fun aspect to it, when all the superheroes are together working together. I got a little bit Incredibles kind of vibe to it. Of course, I got the underdog kind of vibe to it, but I also get some feels for Deku, because you're rooting for Deku. Everybody's telling him, especially that one scene when he went to the doctor and they're like, dude, you can't become a superhero. It's like, no, I can't. And then, of course, he's watching All Might's video, and his mom's even say, "I'm sorry." Like, the end of this episode really hits you pretty good. That's why this is so far. It's really working with the emotional character kind of state. I mean, even Kai-chan, he's a dick. He's a dick. He kind of reminds me of Gara a little bit. But you could see him. You could tell that some of his there's something with him. There's a reason why he's a dick like that to, of course, Deku as well. So we'll see more of that. And you could kind of tell that he was very thankful that, because he does run up to Deku and he insults him, but I think he wanted to say thank you for saving me. So we'll see that relationship blossom in ahead of time. There's really a lot of, not foreshadowing, but like kind of, you could tell that there's something that's coming ahead. And then you also have All Might. I really like All Might's take on, he says, out of all the great superheroes, they had one thing in common in their school days, is that their body just moved without them even thinking. They didn't know what they were doing. Their body just moved to save a person who was in need of saving. And I liked how All Might did take out the green goose. That was pretty great. So the animation's working. The soundtrack is working. It's not the most memorable soundtrack. Well, it actually is. It's a very, very good soundtrack. I really do like the OST a lot. The characters are really working. We'll see a little bit more of Kai-chan. I mean, right now he's not likable because he's made to not be very likable. But we'll see his relationship blossom with Deku. I get definitely a rival type situation there. But Deku is definitely somebody you could really root for and really do enjoy watching, and really want him to. You want to see his evolution, I guess. His evolution, him become one of the greatest superheroes of all time. And then you want to see his relationship with All Might as well, because we know All Might's going to take him under his wing at some point, or is going to. So, I mean, Boku no Hero Academia is one of the most awesome, it's awesome. That's what it is. It's awesome. It's very cool. It's very great to look at. There's a lot of great things you could take away from this. It's so far, it's really capturing me. Is it One Punch Man status? I don't know yet. Well, I won't judge it until the end of its run of the first season, but right now I'm getting because there's a lot of similarities between One Punch Man and this one. Of course, the comedy there's more comedy, I think, in One Punch Man, of course, but it's this anime is, I feel like it is borrowing a lot of stuff from a lot of things, but every anime borrows a lot of stuff from everything. Even One Punch Man has as well. So watching this episode 2, a lot of great things to come. Hopefully, it's already if it has great animation, if it has a great OST, and if it's characters you like, then it's doing its job, and it's doing its job so far. And it's a very great underdog story, and that makes me want to see a lot of these other characters that we've already been introduced to but we haven't really got invested in. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. Want to hear you guys' thoughts on episode 2 of Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia. It's so far, it's solid, man. First 2 episodes solid, but we got to keep going and see what else it has to offer. And right now it's a very beautiful looking anime, very cool characters in there, and I like the aspect of the story. I mean, who doesn't like superheroes, right? I'm Dan Megan Son. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.